So this, when we're actually doing this in Egoscue, it's called functional running, but functional running I think can be quite off-putting to people. So this is actually going to, I'm calling it functional gait, because what this is going to do is it's going to improve your walk. All right, so this is actually done to start using all the big muscle groups. So when people run, they will lean forward very slightly, and the longer the run goes, the less foot is going to touch the ground. So as they're getting into their run, then less foot is going to be just touching. It becomes to the middle to the front of the foot touching. All of this is all about your heel doing the work. Now, if people have got plantar fascia, do not worry, because this will actually encourage your foot to work properly, so you will get less plantar fascia. It's also about allowing the body to be more equal as we're walking and as we're running. So if you're a runner and using this as a runner's exercise, this is actually a warm-up exercise to allow all your big biomechanical units to log in and to be recruited for when you run. If you want this as a walking exercise, then I would do this and start it like I started it with an 83-year-old this week, and a minute is enough for her to do at the moment, but it's going to be cardiovascular and it's going to be to help the whole body. So the few things you've got to remember when you're doing this is your body needs to be directly forward. You don't want to have a lean on one side, so you don't want to be skew-whiff as you're doing it. You need to have your arms quite flexible. They've got to be held by your side, but we're actually going to be using your arms like this, so we're actually running with your arms at the same time. Now I'm going to go through how to do this, and then we are going to I'm going to finish the recording, and then it will be your turn that I'm going to be watching you doing it on the screen, and that's when you can ask me questions about it. So I'm going to show you the technique that we're going for. The main thing is you have to be terribly upright. So your shoulders are directly above your hips. That is engaging everything up the back chain of your body. You have to lift your legs up, so you're lifting your knees up like a little show horse, or like a prancer. Think about that you are a prancing person. All right, so when we're doing it, we have to get the heel strike, and this is the hardest thing. As soon as you get into any sort of jog, you want to go to the front of your foot, but you mustn't. We need to get the heel hitting the ground. It's all about the concussion of your heel hitting the ground to allow the bigger muscle groups to get engaged, which are your glutes, your hips, and the backs of your legs, because you think most runners are going to use the front of their legs. So the actual action is heel, middle toe, and you're doing this. Now the big thing is that when you're doing it, that you're not actually if you can see my foot, we've got heel strike, mid strike, toe strike, and push. So it's the gait of walk. When you actually do it, the foot, you should only be that far. That is how your foot should fall. You do not fall frontwards like that. You don't have a long gait with this. It's very, very short. So I'm just going to do it. I've got to get my head around this now. So it's heel, middle, toe. So this is it. Can you see how upright I am? And my heels are coming down first, and I'm pushing through to my toes. I'm going to get rid of this because it's really hard to do it on a mat. Right. So you've got to get those heels down first, and it's really hard. As soon as you get those heels down, it's actually engaging everything up the back. I look a prat, don't I? This is not the most ladylike thing to do, but you feel really good. So it's heel, middle, toe, and you just do this. Now, if you're a runner, it's amazing, because you could do that for about anything from, I'd say 20 minutes to an hour. And what it's going to allow you to do is you'll feel as though you're on a conveyor belt when you finish it. It's so weird. So what we're going to do now is I'm actually going to stop doing this recording. Has anyone got any quick questions that they want to ask now? No?
So how long do you do it for walking?
Well, I would say start with 5 minutes and build it up. You're all going to do this for at least 5 minutes in a minute. So I'm just going to stop this recording, and then we're going to come to you.